Talk to us about altruism. Why do you think that's where we need to be in 2015?
I think it's even deeper than the notion of happiness, because it's at the heart of all our life. I don't think there could be a successful, selfish happiness. If you think me all day long, if it's quite stuffy and miserable in that little narrow space of self-centeredness, plus you will not be perceived as a very nice person by others. And it doesn't work because you sort of isolate yourself while the world is interdependent. While you could say that positive resonance with others, benevolence, love, compassion, gives you the most gratifying state of mind, people will, of course, perceive you as someone which is nice to be with and someone beneficial. And it functions because it takes in consideration the natural interdependence of all beings.
So these are all the benefits of when a community and individuals become altruistic. For people who aren't as familiar with the concept, talk to us about what you mean explicitly by altruism.
Altruism is a state of mind, is the intention, the wish to benefit others. Or if they suffer, it becomes compassion, the wish may they be free from their suffering and their causes of suffering. So of course, if circumstances allow it, it has to be followed by action. But you cannot only judge by the aspect of the action to say if it's an altruistic act or not. Because you could have something that benefits others, like giving them a lot of gifts, but with the idea of cheating them, with a malevolent idea, in which case the action seems beneficial, but the intention is selfish. So what really colors your actions is your intention. And that's to wish the good of others is altruism.
How can we become more altruistic? It takes work. It takes a lot of practice to be in tune with oneself and one's community enough to figure it out.
Fortunately, they are much more altruistic than what we think. I think there's the banality of good. We underestimate the fact that in everyday life, we have many more relations with others which are decent human relations, gesture of kindness, of being polite, of mutual help, solidarity, than drastic, wicked acts. Of course, our attention goes much more attracted to something which is abnormal, potentially dangerous. So if 100 people work together, for the benefit of society, an NGO, as volunteers, or just be nice to each other in the day, it's no news. If one of them robs a bank or attacks someone, you'll be in the news. So there's a kind of distortion, and we underestimate that potential of goodness. So first of all, we must get rid of this idea that we all selfish to the core. There's not a single scientific study in history that ever supports that hypothesis, rather the opposite. Psychologists like Daniel Batson spent 20 years of his life show that, yes, in many circumstances, people do behave in an altruistic way. A significant number of people do so, even they have an easy way not to do it or to escape that situation. So knowing that, then we can say, okay, I have the potential, and we know that in the deep of ourselves. We have moments of unconditional love for someone, for a child, for an animal, for someone dear to us. And we can extend that to others because no one wants to suffer, and we can recognize that. But we need to take that in account, and we can also enhance that by mind training, by meditation, by doing good.